How much do you need to save? Like I said, if you want to finish a race, you want to know where the finish line is. You got to know how much you need to save for your down payment. So we got to find out, how much do you need as a down payment? I wish they would have taught me this growing up. It's by percentage, not by dollar amount. Unless you're chasing a specific down payment, it's all percentage based. So typically when you're buying a home, it's either going to be 0% down, 3% down, 3.5%, 5, 10, 15, 20, or 25, depending on the program and depending on the property type. So remember, it is by percentage, not by dollar amount, unless you're chasing a specific down payment or a specific monthly mortgage payment. So let's look at our down payment cheat sheet really quick here. Of course, new loan limits are coming out in 2022. This is filmed in 2021. We'll try to update this video as much as possible, but down payment. So 3% down, 3.5%, 5, 10, 15, 20. So you got to decide where you're looking to purchase. Once you decide that and you decide the program, what down payment percentage matches up. And now you have a goal of your finish line. Can you save this over X amount period of time? If it takes you too long to save it, prices will go up between 4 to 5% a year. It went crazy this year. I wouldn't count the 20% every year, but let's say 4 to 5% a year. As you're saving, because now you know it's by percentage, can you save that money quick enough? If it takes you 3 years, will you save fast enough to keep up with inflation and appreciation? Now that we know there's down payment cheat sheet, if you would like a copy of this, go to whatsamortgage.com and download our ultimate mortgage guide, okay? So which program does what? Let's go with conventional. On a conventional loan, typically, it's going to be, when it says 95 to 97, it's either 5% down or 3% down with a primary resident. Primary residence, single family home, condo, or townhome. If you're going with a duplex, primary residence, 15% down for a 2-unit. 3-unit or 4-unit, 80%. Some lenders are 75%. I blended this together. Some Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac does have a blend. Also, I blended it together because sometimes there's a Home Possible, Home Ready program you can get. But typically, well, I know, man, 3 and 4 units are 25% down. This is primary residence. If you follow the Home Ready, Home Possible, it could be 20%. Second home, 90%. First unit investment, 15%. To a 4-unit, 25%. Definitely talk to a lender, see if you qualify for Home Ready or Home Possible. If you don't, it's going to have different down payments. Depending on the program you're qualifying for, you need to look at the down payment percentage and the purchase price you're looking to purchase so you know how much you need to save. And you got to ask yourself, is this realistic? If you can't make it happen in 24 months, you might want to think about somewhere else to buy that's a little more affordable. Remember, you take a $500,000 purchase price. Let's say it's 5 for easy numbers, 5% appreciation every year. So 500,000 turns to 525, another 25. If I keep stacking 25,000, which should be more, can I save fast enough? You got to ask yourself that. That's why some people say, you got to save 20% down. How long would it take you to save 20% down? Will that home be at that price? I had a buyer. I don't want to buy to have 20% down. He wanted to live in Fountain Valley. We did the math. If he saved $1,000 a month, he still wouldn't be able to do it in 5 years. I asked him, will this $800,000 home be at this price 5 years from now? Most likely no. I'm not trying to, kill his dreams, but I want him to see where the finish line is. I want you to see where the finish line is. I want to live in a 2-story home in Fountain Valley with 4 bedroom, 3 bath, X amount lot. I'm like, okay, this is the purchase price. Well, I'm going to save for a bigger down payment to get my payment down. But by the time you save that down payment, will the home be at that price? 20% down of 800 grand is 160. 5% down was 40 grand. He had the 5% down, but he wanted to save that we had the 160. Will that home still be 800 grand when you save your 20% down? But the only way for you to know is to figure out your down payment. Know the down payment percentage. So these are conventional loans. These aren't exact down payments. There's Home Ready, Home Possible. I didn't pull up all the programs, but this is a blend. Next, let's go with FHA. FHA, you'll see a standard 3.5% down. You can go 5% down if you want that cheaper PMI. You can go 10% down. These are typically for people who have under a 580 for FHA, or they can go 10% down because rates are so low. Like, you know what? Rates are at 2.25, or, sometime earlier this year, let's say 2.25. I'll do my 10% down because I'll wait for the 11th year for my PMI to fall off. A lot of people actually did that. I wouldn't do it now where rates are a little bit higher, but when we're at 2%, I'm like, you know what? Let me put my 10% down. I'm going to keep this thing long-term because at 2.25, when you make a mortgage payment, you're attacking more principal. The amortization curve was lower. Everyone's situation is different. But now you know the down payment percentage for conventional, for FHA, and let's look at USDA and VA, 100% financing. If you're a veteran, USDA, you don't have to worry about down payment. You just have to worry about closing costs, or you can take a higher rate to cover your closing costs. The cool thing about USDA, if the home appraises more than the purchase price, you can use that money to cover closing costs. There's a lot you can do. But the most important thing out of all of this, talk to your lender, find out, hey, what program do I qualify for? What's the minimal down payment? As you're out there on your home searches, looking for homes, Zillow, Redfin, Homes.com, your realtor's home search. Look at the purchase price, find out the minimal down payment. Is it reachable? Do you already have it? Some of you guys already have it. Should you save a bigger down payment? Talk to a lender. Numbers don't lie. People do. Run the numbers. If you're not there, oh, I want this house like this other person. Can you save money fast enough to beat appreciation and inflation in that area? If not, you might need to have a rude awakening and you might have to live somewhere else. I think more and more people are coming to that realization. That's why they're looking at the Idahos. Idaho's popping. Nevada's popping. Arizona's popping. Texas is popping. All these areas are popping because people are waking up like, whoa, I can't save money fast enough. And we're overly populated in California. California has 44 million people. The second largest is Texas. Third largest is Florida. Did you know it takes Florida and Texas combined to beat California? Florida and Texas combined, I think, is 50 million, and California is 44. Think about that. So you see people leaving because it's just getting too expensive. You might not live in California, but are you currently renting in a metropolitan area? Are you being pushed out because rents are rising? Because rents are rising, people are buying, which are driving up prices. Like, can you save fast enough? These are the questions you got to ask yourself. And these are the things I wish they would have taught in school, but today that's what I'm teaching. Lastly, only time you don't save by percentage is when you're chasing a specific down payment or you're bringing down that DTI or a specific mortgage payment. And remember, you always have to make the minimum down payment first. So let's say you're going, the minimum down payment for FHA is 3.5% down. But like, I want that specific payment. You increase your down payment. To get your payment you want or to bring down your DTI, you at least have to meet the minimum. If your program is minimum 5% down, you got to at least meet the minimum. For investment, 25% down, you got to meet the minimum. Or you meet the minimum, you don't qualify because your debt to income ratio, you're going to have to bring in a bigger down payment, but at least meet the minimum. So it's important that you know these things. First, you got to find out what is your qualified down payment. Once you find out what you can use, then find out how long is this race? What's the minimal you got to run in this race to win? And do you already have it? And if you don't, how long does it take for you to save? People are saving money aimlessly, not knowing how much they need to save. You're working hard, you're saving, you're just keeping your head down. Raise your hand, right? Comment below. Raise your hand. Are you just saving aimlessly? Or do you know how much you're saving? For what? Most people don't know for what. They're just saving. I'm saving $1,000 a month, $500 a month, 25. They're just keeping their head down, right? And they're not looking up. When will this race end? I don't know about you. I am not Iron Man. I'm not indestructible. There is fatigueness. But the best way for you to manage your fatigueness is to know where is the race. Know the down payment. How do you win a race? Know how far it is. All right, guys. Hopefully this video brought you a lot of value. Do me a huge favor again. Save this video, like this video, and share this video. If you're not following us by now, that's a no-no. Hit the subscribe and notification button, okay? So you're notified every time we post this new content. All right, guys? We want to end all our videos and our streams with our attitude is gratitude. Without all of you, there will be none of us, right? So thank you guys so much and enjoy your night.